and welcome to Secrets of Godric's Hollow. Happy spooky month. There was no way I wasn't going to at least try to do the spooky dance. I've been thinking about skid and pump the entire month. Don't question how I'm dressed like this. This is the closest I could get to a Halloween costume, okay? The best I had for a Halloween costume was this ears and this choker that I got about 2 years ago when I wanted to cosplay Cat Noir. I could never cosplay Cat Noir because of course I could not fit into any costumes. I am round. Anyway, I had a black shirt. I thought may as well try. So this is the best I got. This is the best costume I have. A black cat. This is my only black t-shirt and it is actually so tight. What was I thinking with the size? Well, it is the spooky month and therefore that means party. I turned out the lights and I put on that party light I was talking about last week. This is how we're going to do this entire episode. I hope you people like it. If you don't, tell me in the comments. I will never do it again. But for today, we celebrate the spooky month with the spooky TLSQ. With the spooky TLSQ, and everyone put on their spooky outfits, or at least the best you can. And even if you put on a box outfit, that's fine. With all that out of the way, oh, and by the way, I have the loading screens back there. That is the Halloween loading screen from 2018. You can't see it. Maybe you'll see it next week when, the light is actually on. That is the 2018 loading screen. The reason I have it is because it's the only loading screen with Rakepick on it. I couldn't get a good picture of Rakepick, so I just got the loading screen. Okay, now we have wasted enough time on the intro. It's 3 minutes and 45 seconds on the intro. Time to start the adventure. I'm pretty sure you people just sped through the intro at this point. I'll try to put in chapters for this video. Okay, new adventure, Secrets of Godric's Hollow. Ben warns you that Merula hopes to find and steal the sword of Gryffindor while everyone's preparing for the Halloween feast. Your efforts to stop her bring you to an important visiting world location. Why we would go there, I don't know. But, I would like to start this video immediately. In fact, I am going to. I just wanted to say that Jam City has been sending me emails to promote things. And while I am flattered that they would send me emails, and ask me to promote stuff, Jam City, if you want to send me emails to promote stuff, at least properly sponsor me. I will still promote you. I wouldn't be playing this game if I thought it wasn't worth promoting. But still, if you're gonna send me emails to promote things, at least sponsor me. They just sent me yesterday they just sent me an email about the pumpkin hunt. I think there are going to be pumpkins spread in Hogwarts, and then we can find them and then we can get small rewards out of them. I don't know. Maybe it's like the chocolate frog event that happened a couple months ago. Hey! The Halloween feast is a fascinating history. Then again, so does everything at Hogwarts. Okay, no more talking about other things. It's time to just do the TLSQ. Jam City, I will promote everything if you just give Barnaby casuals. Give Barnaby casuals first and then I'll think about maybe promoting you. Please give him casuals. Why are you still putting him in uniform? You gave Andre casuals. I saw it in the data mine. Which is great. Andre deserves them. But Barnaby too. I hope the bats are at the feast this year. To look at, not to eat. You can eat the candy bats. You can't eat the real ones. Okay, I'm making no sense. This video is 7 minutes long and I'm just starting. So many Halloween pranks to pull before the feast, so little time. Penny looks like she's fused with the pumpkin. Also, Penny. I'm gonna do this every time I see Penny in a place and she has no reason to be. Also, I am sorry. I know I should put myself in a Halloween costume. But I did not like any of the costumes this year to put Sarahi in, so I just put her in the divination's outfit. I've always wanted to use it anyway. Thanks for coming, Sarahi. The Halloween feast is soon and I thought we'd add our own personal touch. There is no cat suit in the game, is there? I guess there's the Matagot outfit, but it clips through the hair because everything clips. What did you have in mind? I don't know what is wrong with my throat. Let me do my commentary. Well, my favorite part of the feast is seeing all the pumpkins floating overhead lit up with beautiful candles. So I thought we could carve our own. It'll be easy and a fun way to make the beloved Halloween even better. I have everything we need. You just have to decide what do you want your pumpkin to look like. Hagrid? Honestly, I want it to look like an owl. I don't want the complication of carving a person on a pumpkin. So an owl it is. Owls are pretty easy to draw. This is coming from someone who has never drawn an owl. I should draw an owl. I should practice drawing owls. I think I'll carve an owl. Brilliant. It will look absolutely majestic flying around amongst the other pumpkins. I mean, I guess that's pretty nice. We can make pumpkins. And your owl Damocles will be so pleased to meet its twin. Oh yeah! My boy Damocles gets a shout out. Quick, let's draw our stencils and begin. They'll be here soon to decorate the hall. Okay, let's just hurry it up. Ben, where are your casuals? Oh my god, this is not the right time. Ben, what's wrong? Would you like to carve a pumpkin for the Halloween feast with us? That might cheer you up. There's no time to carve pumpkins. Something horrible is about to happen. How would you know this? If we don't stop Merula immediately, first of all, why is it always Merula? Jamshidi, don't you think you were given her enough trouble with her being an R and all? Why does she have to be the central conflict every single time? If we don't stop Merula immediately, there might not even be a Halloween feast this year. Slow down, Ben. Why wouldn't we have a feast? I am having a stroke. I've heard Merula plans to do something terrible, and if she's successful, the feast will be cancelled for sure. I'm sure we can help, Ben. Just tell us everything you've heard and figure out a plan. I have never seen a data mine for this quest. I don't even remember if there was any for this. But I don't have any expectations for this quest, so I think it might be pretty cool. I don't know. Over the last few months, I have been dreading TLSQs, but I was actually looking forward to this one because it just seemed interesting to me. Just the existence of this quest. Merula might know where the... Is a ghost technically a magical creature? If so, I love Halloween. Wait, isn't the sword of Gryffindor inside the sorting hat? I don't know the lore of Harry Potter. I don't know where the sword of Gryffindor actually is. I am not a Gryffindor. I am a Hufflepuff. I heard Merula whispering with Ismelda about the sword of Gryffindor. I don't think we are at that point where Merula and Ismelda have to be the central conflict for everything. But then again, R can't be the... But Merula is R. Okay, I'm thinking too much about this. What are you all whispering about? You better not be planning to prank me. Hey, if you can plan to prank me, I can plan to prank you. Merula plans to steal the sword of Gryffindor. Well, how would she even access it though? Merula has been acting quite dodgy lately. Wait, but in Chamber of Secrets, didn't the sword just kind of appear inside the sorting hat? Like Fox brought the sorting hat and then the sword just materialized inside the sorting hat. I don't know. That's how it happened in that movie. And also, I have never read the books. I am not a Harry Potter fan. I'm just a Hogwarts mystery player, honestly. So don't call me a fake fan in the comments. I am not a fan at all. You're saying Merula plans to see the sword of Gryffindor as a part of a snide family tradition? Merula, honey, what kind of family traditions do you have? Yes, I've heard she's trying to sneak off with this Ismelda while we're all distracted with feast preparations. How did you hear that, by the way? Come with me this instant and we'll duel some sense under them. But aren't the sword's whereabouts unknown? That's what I read in Bathilda Backshot's History of Magic. I know enough about this quest that we're going to Godric's Hollow. And there's also the graveyard where James Potter and Lily Potter are buried. I wonder if MC will have any reaction to their gravestone. I doubt it, but well. The Knights have tried and failed to find the sword for years, but it seems Merula has new information. Don't worry though, I may know how we could stop her. If we find the sword before she starts, perhaps she won't be able to steal it. I don't think she'll be able to find it even if we don't do anything. Before you do anything drastic, perhaps you should try talking to Merula. Tell her that she's putting one of our most beloved Hogwarts stations at risk for trying to steal the sword. Do we assume she'll listen? You really think she'd listen? There's the first time for everything. Of course she'll listen. Even a grump like Merula would hate to see the Halloween feast cancelled. There is a lot of candy. It's 240. I spent so long just trying to put this together. Just a black t-shirt, a choker and some cat ears. It took me 45 minutes just to do this. Perhaps, but you'd better hurry. I just saw Merula with Ismelda in the courtyard looking quite scheming. Honestly, just leave them to it and they'll fail. I promise. They could depart at any moment. I'll go now and I'll see if I can get her to listen to reason. She won't listen. In fact, now she'll even try harder. And not to put any undue pressure on you, Sarai, we're all counting on you to save the Halloween feast, so good luck. Yeah, thanks for not putting pressure on me. Penny makes me angry now. I'm sorry, Shiny. I won't let Merula ruin our beloved Hogwarts station. I'll head to the courtyard now and see if I can put a stop to this. There is no way in heck Merula listens to us. Centuries of searching and no one can figure out what back to the... Read! Centuries of searching and no one could figure out what back to the source really meant. So we're leaving tonight? Because if we are, I have some cobwebs to hang for the feast first. Would you stop talking about the blasted Halloween feast for 1 second and don't rush me? As soon as I have what I need, we'll be on our way. And the sort of Gryffindor... Excuse me, I'm listening. Don't you have better things to do than go around spying on people? Nope. Oh, I forgot you don't. Yeah, I really don't. I'm not spying. I'm here to stop you from stealing the sword of Gryffindor. That's what Ben told me to do. The sword of Gryffindor? What makes you think I need to steal the sword? Honestly, Ben told me. That's honestly all there is to it. Ben told me about your family tradition, plus I just overheard you talking with Imelda. So there's no use denying it, Merula. Hopper, that little Chisperful. What the hell is a Chisperful? That little Chisperful should learn to keep his trap shut or I'll have to shut it for him. Leave Ben alone and give up this dangerous search. Let's say you're right and the sword of Gryffindor is within my grasp. I don't see any reason I shouldn't take it. You think the fact that something is dangerous will stop the most powerful witch at Hogwarts? I'll tell you exactly why you shouldn't steal the sword of Gryffindor, Merula. I'll spend 8 hours doing it only for you to not listen to me. Skip! Through the magic of editing, you guys won't have to see any of that anymore. I don't know how to do these jump cuts, okay? I'm still learning. I'm not the master editor. I understand you're worried about the feast, Sarahi, but I can't let that stop me. Huh? Wait, that was 1 hour, by the way. The perfect sword belongs to the greatest living witches and wizards. If I want it, I'll have it. But no other knight has been able to find that sword, Merula. Honestly, if we do get to find that sword, I would like to see Sarahi wielding that. Exactly. If I succeed where they couldn't, I'll be more powerful. I'll be more than the most powerful witch at Hogwarts. This is a little awkward considering we know she's an R. So we know that we have to stop her even more badly. I'll be the most powerful knight. So there's nothing I can say to stop you from hunting the sword of Gryffindor, is there? Finally, we understand each other. Then if you won't listen to Riesel, I have to iterate another way to stop you. It's a little late for that. We're only one step away from learning where the sword is hidden. Imelda, shut your gob. I'm handling this. I wouldn't recommend any lesser witches get in my way, Silvers. There'll be serious consequences for those who do. Guess what? I'll do it anyway! Seems Merula won't listen to reason, so perhaps Ben was right. The only way to save the Halloween feast will be to find the sword of Gryffindor before she does. Yes, that's what I'm doing! I want to wield a sword. I have never seen MC wield a sword. Please, at least let MC touch the sword once. Yes, I know I'm a Hufflepuff, but just let me touch it. Just let me touch it at least. Just, please. I like swords, okay? Oh, I wish I had one of those fake swords. What if I turn off my ring light? Will it be spookier? Oh dear God. I see the portrait. I saw that portrait. You were right, Ben. Merula won't be reasoned with. I couldn't talk her out of trying to steal the sword. In fact, Imelda said they're only about they're about to learn where the sword is hidden. If they do, they'll head straight there. Then perhaps our only option to save the Halloween feast is to find the sword before Merula does. You could keep it safe until the feast is over, then return it to Dumbledore. Yeah, fine. I guess this one we'll have to return to Dumbledore. I guess I can't argue with that. So how will we find the sword before Merula? She has a big head start. I've been thinking about this for a long time and actually I do have an idea. Let's hear it. Merula thinks she knows where the sword is, but I think she's searching in the wrong place. What do you mean? According to the rumor, the Knights have obsessed over the same clue for centuries. Years ago, some Knight read that they would find the sword if they went back to the source. That's what I overheard Merula saying to Imelda in the courtyard. Perfect. Perfect? The Knights think that the clue has something to do with the goblins who forged the sword. But I think the Knights misinterpreted the clue. I don't know where the sword is, but I know something the Knights haven't looked into. Let me explain. Talking to the portrait. I don't know what going back to the source means. We need to learn everything we can about Godric Gryffindor. It's hard to believe that Knights have been looking in the wrong place. But Merula said she understood that it was something else. The sword's whereabouts have been a mystery since Godric Gryffindor passed. Isn't it inside the sorting hat though? What could the swords refer to if not the goblins who swords the sword? Keep your voice down. Gryffindor might hear us and tell Dumbledore. And why are we standing here? If I didn't want to find something, I would keep it with me. Huh. If I didn't want someone to find something, I would keep it with me. Okay, I just read that wrong. The sword was forged by Godric Gryffindor. No, was forged for Godric Gryffindor. He always carried it. I'm actually really looking forward to see what happens in this quest. So I actually don't want to focus too much on the energy parts. You're saying that perhaps the Knights couldn't find the sword amongst the goblins who forged it, and the source may not refer to the goblins at all, but to the sword's one and only owner, Godric Gryffindor. Exactly, there's no information about the sword after his death, so perhaps the sword is buried with him. Do we know where Gryffindor is buried? I don't, but I'm sure it's in a book somewhere. And if we can learn where Gryffindor is buried, perhaps we'll find the sword before Merula. If we hope to find it... don't do any grave digging. I will turn off this side quest if we do any grave digging. If we hope to find his grave or his sword, we'll probably need to know a lot about Gryffindor. As a Hufflepuff, do you know anything about Godric Gryffindor at all? He was one of the original. Yeah, I know he was one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. I'm not an idiot. Godric Gryffindor was one of the 4 original founders. Hogwarts is 4 original founders. Correct. He founded the school years ago with Salazar Slytherin, Rowena Ravenclaw and Helga Hufflepuff. Alright, so you know a little about Gryffindor. It's a start. I'm not a dumbass. But we need to dig more if we hope to uncover the clues the Knights haven't. And time's running out. I'll get Penny and head to the... library. She has good eye for details. She'll be happy to help save the feast. We'll research Godric Gryffindor, and if we learn where he's buried, perhaps we'll find the sword of Gryffindor. Penny, 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 penny. By the way, that portrait of Godric Gryffindor was there for literally no reason. We didn't even talk to him. It was just there for, hey, he's here. Don't talk too loudly. Well, why don't we go somewhere else then, Ben? What's wrong with you? The library? I must have taken a long turn somewhere. What happened? I wonder if anyone would notice if I took a quick nap on the table. Remember to study with your eyes and not with your mouth. I mean, yeah, but why does she look worried? Why am I concerned? Why are we both concerned? Is it a good idea to research in the same place Merula is? Thanks for meeting me, Penny. Merula won't listen to reason. She left us no choice but to find the sword of Gryffindor ourselves. At least you tried. I'm happy to do whatever I can to help you save the Halloween feast. Great, we need to research Godric Gryffindor. But Ben thinks the Knights have been searching in the wrong place. He believes back to the source refers to Godric Gryffindor, the original owner of the sword. If we can learn where Gryffindor is buried, we may still be able to find it before Merula does. Speaking of Merula, look! Yes, I can see that she is studying. If Merula hasn't left yet, the sword must still be safe. This is our chance to pull ahead. Since she's right over there, she may spot us. If she does, how should we keep a low profile or let her know we're on our tail? Low profile. Not that it will make her any less sus, but still. Let's try to go unnoticed. We'll keep our voices down, and if she says anything to us, just let it go. We don't want her to know how close we are to beating her to the sword, which we aren't. We are not close. Smart. If Merula thinks she has the upper hand, she'll focus on the hunt instead of trying to thwart us. And now the fun part, reading. This was originally meant to be Rowan's role, wasn't it? She would definitely say, now for the fun part, reading. That's the wrong thing. I don't like Penny. Put Rowan back in here. Each of the books I've pulled mentions Godric Gryffindor, and they're all classics. Let's look for clues about Gryffindor's past, or where he may be buried. If Ben's right, we'll find the sword there. Where is the sword of Gryffindor actually? Like I said in the beginning, I don't know anything about Harry Potter lore, so people will have to tell me in the comments. I am not a fan, because I am not a fan or a fake fan. I'm just a Hogwarts mystery player. Whenever I have any questions about the book or what happened in the Harry Potter books, I just ask either my mother or Astha, because I don't know anything about them. This choker itches. I should not have won this. What was I thinking? Godric's Hollow was named after Gryffindor as it was his childhood's home. Oh, I didn't even notice. Godric's... noticing this. It's called Godric's Hollow, after Godric Gryffindor. I did not know that. What was I thinking? Wow, Godric's Hollow was the birthplace of Harry Potter as well as Gryffindor. Cool! I did not know that either. This book says Gryffindor was originally from Godric's Hollow. Dude, I had no idea Harry Potter was born at Godric's Hollow. I didn't know that. I thought they were just hiding there. He was apparently born there. That's so cool. I didn't know that. Godric Gryffindor was victorious in countless duels. They are countless. Did you know that the Godric Gryffindor was the original owner of the Sorting Hat? I cannot read. And yes, this is one thing I knew. If I ever meet the author of one of these, I should thank them for recording all of this. But Hilda Bagshot, I think we'll meet her in this. I'm not sure, but I think. There were no more interesting lines. Almost everything we read about Godric Gryffindor mentions his birthplace, Godric's Hollow. It's also where Dumbledore grew up and where Potters lived. Not to mention, it is where he who must not be named was defeated. It's clearly a place that draws powerful witches and wizards of all kinds. And Gryffindor's childhood home may very well be what Back to the Source refers to. Not to mention, there is a famous cemetery there. Gryffindor could be buried there. Please no grave digging, please no grave digging, please no grave digging. But if you travel to Godric's Hollow and don't find the sword, Merula could find it elsewhere in the meantime. I wish there was some way to know for sure. Reading up on Godric Gryffindor, are you? I have a report. Sarai Penny. I'll have to. Godric Gryffindor is an old prune with a nice sword, then Merula's knight stole it. The end. I'm sorry, that was kind of funny. She must believe she's located the sword. I just wish we knew where she was headed. You know, Merula always leaves all her books out on the table for pens to put away. So rude. That is rude. If you pull out a book from the library, you put it back. You put it back in the exact same spot where you put it out from. Pull it out from. That's rude. But perhaps you could take a peek and see what Merula has been reading. Brilliant Penny, looking at Merula's research, tell us exactly what she knows and where she's headed. Merlin, Spectacles, these are all the same titles we've been reading. Which means Merula was researching Godric Gryffindor too. And look, here's a book I looked for but I couldn't find. Merula must have pulled it before I showed up. It's a rare account of Gryffindor's childhood, and dear me, she's torn out the page on where he was born. Penny, you realize what this means, don't you? First of all, Merula's knight, I will literally kill you for tearing out the page of a library book. Merula's incredibly disrespectful of the library. Yes. Merula studying Gryffindor's childhood. Her search must have led her to the same place as ours. Godric's Hollow. You're right, Ben did say Merula had new information. She may have realized exactly what we just did. If she believes Back to the Source refers to Gryffindor's childhood village, she'll be headed straight there. So Merula's not as far ahead of us as she thought, and there's still time to find the sword before she does. If you do, you'll save the feast. How exciting! All the talk of a feast is making me hungry. Since it was his idea and he's a Gryffindor, I'll go get Ben. We're off to Godric's Hollow to find that sword. How exactly are we supposed to get to Godric's Hollow? Tell me that. Part 2. Your search of Godric's Hollow brings you both to the home of Bathilda Blackshot and an infamous graveyard where you find a crypt bearing the Gryffindor's crest. Do you mean you'll be grave digging? I do not like grave digging. Whoa! This is an entirely new location. Literally what is this place? I do not recognize it from the movies. I don't know if this was ever in the movies. That's the graveyard. Bathilda Bagshot's house, because yay! Yeah, I have no idea. This is a completely new location. That's so cool. Can we access this whenever? Let me see. Yeah, we could probably just access this whenever. This is so cool. Oh, this is kind of pretty. I remember seeing the models of Godric's Hollow in the data mine Prophet. Ooh. Oh, this looks good. And I'm hungry. Why did you talk so much about a feast? Now I'm hungry. And I'm not even done halfway through this quest yet. Do you think I made the right call on the outfit? It was the only thing I could decide on. Can you believe it, Sarahi? This is the birthplace of Godric Gryffindor, the childhood home of Albus Dumbledore. It's Godric's Hollow. Merula must be around here somewhere. We saw her books in the library, so we know she was headed this way. Actually, she's right here. That's actually very funny to me. I knew you tried to follow me, so I led you all the way to Godric's Hollow, as far from the sword as you could get. But I thought you said, shut up, Ismenda. Oh right, yeah, of course, the sword is quite far away. Exactly. And now that you and that blabbermouth copper have wasted what little time you had left, you can swallow your pride, return to Hogwarts and pretend everything's fine while I go get the sword. Or you can spend the rest of the night trying to stop me and still lose, whichever you prefer. I think I prefer the second option. I don't know if Merula would travel all the way to Godric's Hollow just to tell us the sword isn't here. And if she's insisting the sword is far away, perhaps that means we're actually very close. You may be right. Since we're here, let's search the area and look for any evidence of Gryffindor also. What makes you think it'll just be... Skip! That was legitimately 8 hours long. According to the notice in the bookshop window, Godric's Hollow is home to the renowned author Bathilda Bagshot. She's a historian and a local. If the sword is written anywhere in Godric's Hollow, I bet she'd know about it. She may be able to point us in the right direction, but I've heard authors can be very sensitive. If you know her work, perhaps she'd be more inclined to help us. I do not know her work. Oh, magical me is a Gilderoy Lockhart thing. I know that. Which of these books did Bagshot write? A magical me, a history of magic, a monster book, a history of magic, a history of magic. She wrote this one. The answer is a history of magic. It's one of her most widely read books. In fact, many mentioned it just this afternoon. That's correct. The history of magic is beloved work by Bathilda Bagshot. Alright, Bagshot will be flattered that you know her and her work. I will say Ben is right about authors being very sensitive. I wouldn't say I'm an author, but when people know my fanfictions, it does make me very happy. But if we're going to visit her, we should probably still be careful with what we say. What do you mean, is she dangerous? Oh my god, my poor child. Everyone is dangerous to you. In a way, but at least to Hogwarts students in Godric's Hollow without their headmaster's permission, I have no respect for said headmaster. Of course, she could know Dumbledore. He did grow up here after all. If she learns why we're here, she may tell him. But then he would punish us and it would be our fault if the feast was cancelled. If she's a historian, we could tell her we're writing a report on the sword. We could just not mention the sword at all. I just want to meet Bathilda Bagshot, to be honest. I bet she'd be thrilled to help two young students to write a thorough historical report. Brilliant. If we listen closely, perhaps she'll reveal if we've come to the right place. I'm a little bored by this plotline, so let's just do something useful now. Let's hurry to Bathilda Bagshot's home. If she helps us find the sword before Merula, we can save the feast. What, we're just gonna knock on the door and say, "Hi, we are two children, please help us." I wonder if this lady is just gonna be okay with two kids just walking in, asking about history. Oh! Oh my god! Oh, I love this house! Oh my god, I love this house. I love how pretty it looks. I have to design Adelaide's house immediately. I just feel like, looking at this house, I just feel like I have to design Adelaide's house immediately. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. I love it. I love how pretty this is. Dude, this is so homey. I love it. Look how homey this is. This feels like home. This feels like a home. I love it. I love it. Ma'am, your house is amazing. I love it. Hi, by the way. Thank you for inviting us to your beautiful home, Madam Bagshot. I love this place. This feels like home. Your timing couldn't be better. Just put the kettle on. You said you were working on some kind of report. When did we tell her that? Didn't we just come? Yes, on the sword of Gryffindor. Have you seen it? Don't mind him. He gets overexcited about his schoolwork. It's an honor to meet you and to be in the house where you wrote the beloved A History of Magic. A fan of the classics, are you? Honestly, I hate history, but I'm not going to tell her that. Everyone's a fan of that one. I was discussing it with a friend this morning as we carved the pumpkins for the feast. Splendid! I spent many hours writing A History of Magic right over there. Oh my god, that is a genuine typewriter. I have always wanted to try a typewriter. I have never seen one. One day, I'm never going to own a typewriter. I just want to see one, a real typewriter one day. And I want to be able to use it for just 5 minutes. I'll be happy to talk with you about your report. With me, flattery will get you everywhere. It's a good thing she knows that. Brilliant, we only have a few questions. As a famous author, you must get lots of visitors. You may be surprised to learn that writers are often less celebrated than their subjects, Miss Silvers. Huh. You know me? Oh, that too. I'll just keep my ears open for tales of promising young witches. That's me, I guess. How does it make you feel to know that people are out there telling your story? I love that. I love that. That is so cool. I love when people talk about my accomplishments. I'm proud of them. From what I've heard, you have plenty to be proud of. Yeah! It was pretty dangerous, but at the least I could get some recognition for it. Now, why don't you tell me why you're really here? To write a report, of course. You don't perform as many interviews as I have without learning to spot a lie. If you want my help, you need to start with the truth. May as well. She seems nice. But do you promise you won't tell Dumbledore? Yes, please don't tell Dumbledore, Madam Backshot. I have little to no respect for him. If you have heard about my tales, you also know about the fact that he has never, ever helped me. And I have had to go on death-defying stunts on my own. Then, I promise you tell me the truth now. You'll save yourself a lot of trouble later. Alright, I'll tell you why we're here in Godric's Hollow. Perhaps you'll understand why we need your help. She spotted that pretty quickly and I'm pretty happy that we don't have to lie to her. Do we still get tea though? I want tea. I still like tea. Please give me tea. Probably should not be asking the woman I just lied to for tea. Oh, there's cookies! Ah! Everything about this quest makes me hungry. Will that tea be ready soon? I want tea and cookies, please. We need your help to prevent the sword of Gryffindor from being stolen. Our friend is an idiot and thinks it can be stolen. We just need to make sure it can't be stolen, I know I'm making no sense over here. Our goal here is to keep the sword of Gryffindor safe. We actually just don't want to keep it or anything. Just let me touch the sword. Either let MC wield the sword like this or just touch it. Just touch it. That'll be enough. Just let me be cool with the sword, please. Please. I like swords. Oh, I wish I had a fake sword, but all I have is a stick. Sticks are good. I just want a sword. Night is a particularly dangerous night for a village with so many ghosts. Huh? Do they all come out? A fellow student has gotten it into her head to steal the sword of Gryffindor. We're hoping you can tell us if the sword of Gryffindor is hidden in town. Godric's Hollow is a dangerous place for children to be wandering around alone. Is it now? Oh dear God. There are plenty of ghosts here. I saw on the loading screen. Okay, so we just confessed everything to this woman, which is good. I am actually pretty happy with that. Someone has come to Godric's Hollow to steal the sword of Gryffindor, but we hope to stop her. We're hoping you will tell us if the sword is here so we can find it before she does. If it isn't here, then we'll just leave it and go home. Oh, no. You mustn't look for the sword of Gryffindor in Godric's Hollow. It's too dangerous. And it's a perilous night for children to be wandering the graveyard. I told your two friends the same thing. Two friends. Merula and Ismelda. Yes, they are our two friends, even if they don't think so. Yes, the two witches who came by just before you. They weren't as charming as you, but I'm afraid I still can't help you. Thanks for telling me I'm charming. Can I still have tea though? Oh, that's the tea. I'll be back in a moment. Yes, please. I want tea, please. The two witches she mentioned may have been Merula and Ismelda. It's definitely Merula and Ismelda. They're not as charming as I am. Of course, and if they were here, they were lying to us before, which means we're on the right track. And while we still don't know if Gryffindor is buried here or if the sword is with him, if Backshot told Merula not to go to the graveyard, that's exactly what she said. Let's hurry there. Yeah, let's go exactly what she told us not to go. At least take the tea and cookies first. And before we go anywhere, who is this? Please tell me in the comments if you know. So this is a haunted graveyard. There are going to be a lot of ghosts here. And if it's dangerous, that means that some of them are probably aggressive. I feel like this is Mama Kerwin's Haunted Mansion AU in a nutshell. Except there will be no Charles Cromwell, which is a good thing. That man should burn in hell. That is not even a man. He should just burn in hell. I know none of you know what I'm talking about, but I just read a Haunted Mansion AU that Mama Kerwin wrote on Tumblr, and it's pretty good. It's really cool. Pretty good. Why am I saying pretty good? It was really cool. I hope the last part of the... Yeah, I was really hoping Charles Cromwell wouldn't be here. Mama Kerwin, I do hope you release the last part of the Haunted Mansion AU before the spooky month ends. I really want to read the last part. I think it's such a drawing that's taking a long time. Boo! Happy Halloween, old friends and new friends. I haven't been outside in so long. I'm worried I've lost my tan. You're a ghost. You have a tan? And also the reason I stopped talking. This is the danger music. I hate this music. It gives me flashbacks to bad things. There's a lot of ghosts here. Akshat was right. This place is perilous. It's teeming with ghosts. Maybe we should leave immediately. Let's find either Merula or the sword quick so we can just hurry back to Hogwarts before the feast is cancelled. Fan out and look for evidence. Even if we don't find the sword, we can still stop Merula in time to save the feast. No grave digging. Whatever you do, no grave digging. You're really gonna be searching for 8 hours. Just 8 hours. I hate the 8 hours thing. Get out of here, Blaze. Sorry, Mama. He just looks like Blaze. You can't draw those wigs on Blaze and Charles Cromwell and expect me to not comment on every dude who wears that wig thingy. Get out of here, Blaze! I thought you were the phantom of the house. I'm sorry that my jokes about Blaze and Charles, like, you must be thinking, who are these Blaze and Charles? Yeah, I'm sorry they don't make sense to you. I'm just specifically making these jokes because Mama Kerwin will get them. And I want her to listen to these and make her laugh. Because she is the best. Merula must be somewhere nearby. She can't have gone far. The Sloth Crypt bears the Gryffindor's crest, but there's no name on it. Huh. I really doubt the sword is there. What a time to be alive, or dead, I mean. You seem in pretty high spirits. These people must be what, as Mama Kerwin called them, happy haunts. Stop moving around, MC. Let me click you. The script has no color, but it is covered with scorch marks. Huh, wonder why that is. Ben, stop moving, let me click you. This is not where I'd imagined I spend my Halloween, at a graveyard. Yeah, imagine Ben before year 5 trying to spend time here. He would be crying. Boo, stop that. Why even have graves if there are ghosts are going to wonder about ad countries? Scorch marks are warm to touch, so they must be quite fresh. Is that it? Aren't scorch marks just... No, they're not always warm, they do get cold. This case could mean a Gryffindor was buried here, perhaps even Godric Gryffindor. Why do I not see James and Lily Potter's gravestone? Did I miss it? Someone must have tried to use magic to open this crypt. It's probably protected by magic. Well, we are done. And also tell me who is the disrespectful asshole who set fire to a crypt so recently. Merula, if that's you, you are getting a slap. The script has no name on it, but it's covered in fresh scorch marks. Perhaps someone tried to force it open. And by someone, I'm guessing you mean Merula. It seems that way, and if she tried to open the crypt, she must believe the sword is in there. The script has no name, but it bears the Gryffindor crest. Do you think that means the crypt belongs to Godric Gryffindor himself? Honestly, not sure about anything. We really don't know anything about this crypt. And Backshot warned us the graveyard is dangerous, so we shouldn't make any assumptions about what's in there. You're right, we can't assume to know what's in the crypt. But if Merula tried to open it, there's a good chance there's something in there that she wants. She may think the sword of Gryffindor is in there, or it could be another clue. Perhaps, but again, we shouldn't assume. I wish there was some way to know for sure. One of these ghosts might be able to tell us more about what happened here. Perhaps you could ask them. You're right. They've been here all night. This is not even a night right now. Oh my god, everything itchy. You're right. They've been here all night. I'll talk to one and see if they found out. I'll talk to one and find out if they saw anything strange. Excuse me, have you seen anyone walking around the graveyard tonight, perhaps with a big fancy sword? A sword, my word, there haven't been any swords around here in ages. It's a good thing too, as swords are quite dangerous. I was sliced in half by one during my mortal days. Alright, if there are no swords, have you seen anyone else in the graveyard tonight? Of course, look around. Oh, right, how about anyone living? 2 girls. Just the usual Halloween well-wishers. There were 2 here before you, come to think of it. We're not looking for well-wishers exactly, but you saw 2, you say? Yes, but those 2 well-wishers were much more cantankerous than your average well-wisher. Come to think of it, all they did was grouse, try some magic, then storm off. Odd behavior if you ask me. That's Merula, right? Also, this man was surprisingly polite. I thought he was going to kill me. Cantankerous, storm off, that sounds a little bit like Merula. I know you don't want to make any assumptions, but if Merula is trying to open that crypt, then it might be worth investigating. To do that, we'd have to figure out how to open a crypt with no door. Come to think of it, talking to that ghost may have given me an idea. I'm glad it was good for something. I didn't like the look of him. Me neither. There is one person who would know for certain if that's Gryffindor's crypt, as well as how to open it. And he's hanging on the wall at Hogwarts? What? Oh my god, I thought you actually meant hanging. Let's go talk to Godric Gryffindor. If he can help us open that crypt, we could still save the feast. That's an awful idea. That is an awful idea. Well, now this portrait has a reason for existing. Hello, Mr. Godric. I've just come from Godric's Hollow and I have an urgent question for you. Can it wait until after the Halloween feast? I wish it could. I'm about to judge a Godric Gryffindor costume contest the first years I've put together in my honor. That is so wholesome! That is so wholesome! I love that. Can we just leave him to that, please? If we don't talk right now, there might not even be a Halloween feast. Oh my, well, that is important. Why did you give this portrait real ass eyes? This portrait is more aggressive. This portrait is more expressive than most of the people at Hogwarts. A Slytherin student named Merula Snide may have located the sword of Gryffindor and she plans to steal it. Who plans to do what? We found a crypt in Godric's Hollow that bears Gryffindor crest and Merula may have tried to open. My friend Ben is looking for her now and trying to slow her down while I talk with you. Under no circumstances should anyone open that crypt. I mean, I can see that under no circumstances should anyone open any crypt because that would be grave digging, which I hate. I understand and I've tried to reason with her, but if she refuses to listen. He believes the only thing left to do is find the sword before she does and keep it safe. Give it a Tumblr or something. Will you help me? Aha, so it is you who wants to steal my sword. No, you did not listen. No, you've misunderstood. I don't want to steal it. You just said you wanted to find it. Yes, but I want to find it. I want to know where it's at. I don't want to steal it. Before she does, please let me explain. I'm sure I can convince you my intentions are pure and I only want to help. I understand that crypt should not be opened, but why exactly should that crypt not be opened? You do seem sincere. I appreciate that in a student. Oh, thank you. As soon as I heard Merula was hoping to steal the sword, I tried to stop her. You don't look like a thief. They usually have that peculiar twinkle in their eye. Okay, thanks. You'll just have to trust me that I'm on your side. I only want to protect the sword. I don't want to keep it or anything. I have nothing but respect for you and your sword. Respect the swords. Never mess with the swords. Swords are the best weapons. I love swords. I wish I could get one of those fake swords. Oh my god. I'm getting one at the next Comic Con. I hope there's a Comic Con this year. I'm going there and I'm getting a sword. There was a Comic Con in 2019. We didn't have a Comic Con in 2020 because COVID. But there was a Comic Con in 2019 and I did not buy a sword. I should have bought a sword. If Merula steals a sword, the Halloween feast could be cancelled. I'm a very good judge of character and I judge you interesting. Okay, everyone else says that. You do seem... Yeah, okay, this same line. I've been running around all night trying to keep that sword safe. I don't know where it's at. The sword of Gryffindor isn't mine to steal, nor is it the other students. Yeah, we heard that already. You don't look like a thief. Okay, we're out of dialogue. Alright, because you've clearly worked hard to track this other student down and stop her. I believe that your intentions are pure. Thank you. So you will help me? Before I do, you must demonstrate one last thing. You say you want to help me and protect my sword, but I wonder how well you really know Godric Gryffindor. I don't. I am a Hufflepuff. Never mind. Dueling, actually. What was the most celebrated skill? Dancing, dueling, or Quidditch? Dueling. You were a renowned dueler. One of the very best, thanks to my beloved sword. Thank you for remembering. Now will you help me? I'll do my best. Tell me what you'd like to know. I'd like to know where your sword is hidden, so I can find it before it's stolen and save the feast. I'm afraid I can't tell you where the sword is, only that it's not where your friend thinks it is. That's good enough. Honestly, we can just leave her to it and just go home. She'll never find it. You're saying the sword isn't buried in Godric's Hollow? The sword will remain hidden until the day it appears to a true Gryffindor in need. So I was right. The sword it's in the sorting hat. It will only appear to the true Gryffindor. I am not even a Gryffindor. I am a Hufflepuff. It has no reason to show itself to me. It showed itself to Harry Potter. So yeah, that's it. We don't have to stop Merula. There is nothing to stop. For now, any who seek it for personal gain shall meet a terrible fate. Yeah, so in that case, I have to... I'm pretty sure I have to stop Merula from finding it just to avoid that terrible fate. That's what I'd like to prevent. If this other student makes a terrible fate, so will the Halloween feast. And it would be a bad thing for the other student as well. I assure you, your friend will be alright, as long as she doesn't open the crypt you mentioned. But Gryffindor, that may be exactly what she plans to do. Tell me how to stop her. We saw scorch marks that suggest she's already tried. Oh, that would be very bad indeed. Fine, if you won't tell me about the sword, you could at least tell me about the crypt. Please, Mr. Godric. What's inside? How do you open it? And why should it not be opened? Nice try, but I won't fall for it. At least tell me why it should not be opened. I trust you not after my sword, but I won't be tricked into revealing the crypt's passphrase again. Okay, don't tell me the passphrase, but tell me why it shouldn't be opened. Again, you're saying someone's already tricked you? Tricked isn't exactly the right word. But your two friends did manage to get me to reveal the passphrase before I realized what I'd done. My two friends? Oh no, not again. If Merula knows how to open the crypt, she's likely headed straight there. Let's hope that doesn't happen. That would be very bad. Potentially fatal, among other nasty things. Blimey, I've got to return the Godric's Hollow and stop Merula from opening the crypt before it's too late. I mean, don't tell me the passphrase, that's fine, but tell me why it shouldn't be opened. Okay, you and Merula get more than you bargained for when the king of the goblins emerges from the crypt in Godric's Hollow and places a curse on Merula. Can I lift the curse and save the feast before it's too late? Merula, I hate that you are doing this. Honestly, I feel like we should just leave the curse on her. She deserves it for pulling all this crap. Alright, I made it here. Thanks for meeting me so fast, Ben. Merula tricked Gryffindor's portrait into revealing the crypt's passphrase. So I believe she's headed straight back here to open it. We had to stop her. Gryffindor said something terrible will happen. Maybe we won't see the sword in this quest. I'm not sure. I don't remember if there was a model of the sword in the data mine. Oh no, Sarahi, we're too late. Look. So all you have to do is say the passphrase and the crypt will open. That's what the passphrase is. You say it to get past. Okay. Wait, Merula, don't! You again? You've been buzzing in my ear like a billywig all night. Is that the equivalent of a mosquito? You can't open that crypt under any circumstances. That's where you're wrong. Thanks to Gryffindor's dark portrait, I can open the crypt. And when I do, I'll prove I'm not only the most powerful witch at Hogwarts, I'm also the most powerful Snide, the cursed one. Well, this isn't what you think. The sword of Gryffindor isn't buried here. Nice try, Sly, but I invented that trick, remember? This isn't a trick. Let me explain before it's too late. I'm literally trying to protect you. Honey, I'm literally trying to protect you. Something bad will happen to you if you open this. The sword's not here. The crypt holds something else. Gryffindor warned me. If you open that crypt, you put us all at risk. You just can't handle the fact that I got here first. I don't care. I'm literally trying to protect you. If the sword's not in there, maybe there's something else of value. All this thinking only makes me want to open that crypt more. You're going to die. Gryffindor said the sword will only appear to a true Gryffindor in need. Each word that comes out of your mouth sounds like jealousy to me. It really doesn't. The Gryffindor's portrait won't say where the sword is. Honestly, Silvers, you've been spending too much time with Coop. Shut. I know we disagree on a lot, but I'm only trying to help you. Ask yourself, doesn't this feel a little too easy? Gryffindor said those who seek the sword for personal gain face a great peril. Yeah, she's just gonna open that, then I'm going to get to, then she's gonna get cursed and I'm gonna whack her. I'm gonna whack her first. Merula, for the last time, the sword is not in that crypt, which means something else is, something dangerous. Whatever it is, Gryffindor's portrait said it would bring great peril. You will literally die. Oh, great peril. That's what someone says when they're hiding something worth stealing, Silvers. Merula, you will die. I seek the sword of Gryffindor, the perfect sword for the perfect witch. Pede poena clodo. I have no idea what that means. Pede poena clodo. Pede poena clodo. I have no idea what that means. Pede poena clodo. Nothing's happened. That passage was a load of rubbish. I was hoping for a little more excitement than that. I was hoping nothing would happen. Thank goodness. Wow, wait. Here we go. You seek the sword of Gryffindor? What is that? Yes, I'm here for that sword. Now give me what I deserve. Merula? Very well. I want to whack her, but now I feel bad. It's so bright. I can't see. I can't see anything. What have you done to her? I made an example of her. She came looking for the sword of Gryffindor. Instead, she found Ragnarok. Stay back. You'd better not hurt Sarahi. Where is everyone? I can't see. See what you did. There's something on my face, but I can't get it off. We're here, Merula. We're with you. You're getting a whack around the head after we're done with this. Oh, you're with her, are you? Does that mean you've come searching for the sword as well? Not really, I don't want the sword. I want nothing to do with the sword. I came to stop Merula from opening the crypt. It's a shame that you failed, but some witches have to learn their lessons the hard way. Now go unless you want to end up like your friend. You can't leave her like this. Wait! Is he gone? What's happening now? See what you did! You cursed yourself to be blind. Perhaps it's obscuro. That conjures a blindfold. Perhaps, and if it is, there's sure to be a counter curse. This is exactly why Bathilda Baxter told us to stay away from the graveyard. You have to do something, Srahi. This is all your... Oh, my fault, is it? Ismelda, I love you, but you're getting a slap for that. What? Srahi warned you not to open that crypt. You thought nicking the sword would get the feast cancelled. But if Dumbledore learned the student discuss, the Halloween feast is history. Who cares about the stupid feast? I can't see. You know that's exactly what you deserve. Someone get this off me. You might not care, but the rest of the school does. That's why we've been chasing you around all night. We're wasting time. We need to bring Merula to someone who can help her. Unless you know someone close by, our time's up. We do know someone nearby. Like you said, Ben, Bagshot told us the graveyard was dangerous. That means she may know more about this curse and she may be able to help us. I doubt she does. That would be too easy. I'll take Merula to Bathilda Bagshot right away. There's still time to break the curse and save the feast. Oh, if only we knew a renowned curse breaker who has experience in breaking curses. And if only she wasn't the main antagonist. Madam Bagshot, my moron of a friend, opened the damn crypt. Now can you lift the curse or not? Or do we leave her in eternal damnation? Madam Bagshot, we just come from the graveyard. Everything you warned us about came true. And my moron of a friend didn't listen to me. Luna used the passage to open the crypt bearing the Gryffindor crest. But instead of fighting the sword, a goblin ghost emerged and cursed Merula. Oh dear me. Our friends have hurried back to Hogwarts where it's safe, but Merula needs your help immediately. I warned you both not to go into that graveyard and not to pursue the sword. Yeah, I listened to you. She did it. She's a moron. And am I to understand the two of you completely ignored my warning and opened the crypt together? It was all Merula. I am literally not taking any blame for this. I had nothing to do with it. It was all Merula. I'm literally throwing her under the bus this time. I don't care. Merula, you are a moron. Like you could even have opened it. I'm the one who outsmarted Godric Gryffindor and got the passphrase. Moron. Yes, you look very wise indeed. Now tell me about this ghost you saw. He said his name was Ragnarok, but I don't recognize the curse he used on Merula. Ah, Ragnok, of course. The ghost you encountered was no mere goblin. That was the ghost of Ragnok, king of the goblins. He didn't smell like royalty. Shut up! Hold your tongue. Ragnok is a very powerful creature. You don't recognize his curse because goblins use their own special kind of wandless magic. This curse is unique to Ragnok, so only Ragnok will be able to reverse it. What does that mean? I'm stuck like this? Yes, and to be fair, that is what you deserve. I'm gonna help you just because I feel bad that you're blind. I'm gonna help you because I would like you to not be blind. It is very scary. It means this matter is now between you and Ragnok. What do we do, Madam Bagshot? I'll tell you all I know about your foe, but perhaps you can devise a plan for what to do next. Yeah. I will help Merula, but she is still a moron. It's not like I'm not going to help Merula just because I think this is exactly what she deserves. To help your friend, you must confront Ragnok again. And now I have to do it. And I have to duel him basically. You could still defeat Ragnok in a duel. What did you do? Shut up! He must be using that tip, the Gryffindor crest, as a lure. It's a good thing he does so that people like you don't come for the sword and get punished for it. If you were given every kind of warning. It's risky dealing with Ragnok. He is quite powerful. I see. Ragnok was the one who originally forged the sword of Gryffindor. Ah, that is the sword then. Kind of. Even blindfold. She's getting a whack for that. So the ghost you encountered was not only a goblet king, he also forged the sword of Gryffindor. And it seems he uses the crypt with the Gryffindor crest as a lure, cursing whoever seeks the sword. I'll duel him, then he'll lift the curse, I bet. I wouldn't recommend that. Your first encounter didn't go so well. Madam Bagshot, please just ignore her. She's a moron. I should probably cast Silencio on Merula. I didn't have to worry about smack talking as much as Merula does. I let him win so I could study his moves. Ignore her, she's a moron. Perhaps, but if you hope to break this curse, I'd advise a subtler approach. So we talk him to death? He's already dead, which means your challenge is more difficult. Ma'am, please, I beg you, ignore her. You must convince the ghost of Ragnok to change his mind. I've dealt with unruly ghosts before. It isn't always easy to get them to listen, but they will if you know what to say. Before you can change Ragnok's mind, however, you must understand how he thinks. We know Ragnok is obsessed with the sword, but perhaps you should look a little more into why. Ghosts are often consumed by resentments they held in life. That is true. The more you know about Ragnok's history with the sword, the easier it will be to reason with his ghost. Can you tell us any more about him? Years ago, I may have been able to rattle off a few more facts, but these days I rely more and more on my notes. And sadly, most of the notes I used for a history of magic are archived elsewhere. Then perhaps I should read a bit about Ragnok to learn about his life and relationship to the sword. Of course, the answer to almost any question in life is only as far as the right book. Then I'll head back to the library and read everything I can about Ragnok and the sword. Then perhaps I'll know exactly how to change his mind. I'm coming with you. But you can't read. I can still help you think things through. It's my face you're talking about. Besides, when it comes to real adventure, you know you need me, right? I'm salty. All of this chaos tonight is because of you. You cause trouble wherever you go. I'm salty. And even better reason to keep me by your side. Who knows what I might do on my own. She has a point. Perhaps you have a point. You can come, but only so I can keep an eye on you. You are a troublemaker and I do not like you. I love you, but I do not like you. That makes no sense. If you manage to stay out of trouble, you may still be able to break this curse in time to save the feast and eat something. I want to eat. Now let's head to the library so we can learn how to convince Ragnok to reverse your curse. And no smack talking. Don't ask questions. Uh-oh, what happened to Merula? That does not look good. Don't ask questions. The portrait of Godric is acting strange today. He keeps mumbling about the Halloween feast. I'm looking for good scary stories to tell at the Halloween feast. You know what? You do that. Madam Bates, don't ask questions. Hi, Madam Bates. We'd like to check out every book you have on Ragnok, King of Goblins. What? There's no reason to take them all out at... What? There's no reason to take them out all at once. You may have one. When you finish it, you can come back for the next. I mean, that's reasonable. But we're in a bit of a rush. We need to learn everything we can about Ragnok before the feast. That blasted feat is all anyone can talk about. How can you celebrate when there's so much work to do? Just look at the stack I have to put away. You are a librarian. You signed up for this. And if memory serves, the last time the two of you were here, she left out an enormous pile of books as well. Nancy could help you shed some of these to make up for the mess she left last time. If you do that, then can we take out all the books we need? Normally I'd worry if you were going to shelve them all in the wrong places, but I'm drowning in work today. I suppose I could use the help. Alright, if you put all these away correctly, you can take out all the books you need. Just put them back this time. Merula can't see. How does she know where to put the books? Thankfully, it'll only take us an hour to put the books away. But how is she gonna put away books and she can't see? Like me, there are so many books. Yeah, you can feel those. This stack is endless. No wonder Pins always seems so busy. Oh, Pins wasn't joking. There are a lot of books to put away. Thanks a lot, Merula. Thanks for making a mess. QRSTUVW. Okay. Alright, we got all our books. It appears you shelved all the books in the right place and have found quite a stack for yourselves. I saw you also kept your friend from taking a few nasty spills, which I appreciate. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to double check all the books you put away just to be certain. Okay, good enough. I think we pulled almost every book in the library that contains any information on Ragnarok or the sword. I suppose we need to read them all so you can figure out how to convince Ragnarok to lift your curse. Before you start reading, something's bugging me. Everything is bugging you, which is your fault. Are you even following me before Sorry, I know you were following me before, so I do all the work and you could try to make the sword once I found it. But you keep helping me and I can't figure it out. So why is it so important to you that... Why is it important to you to help me, Silvers? As much as I hate to admit it, I care about you. We have a long and complicated history, Merula, but I still care about you. If you're suffering, I want to help. You're getting a whack on the head later, but I don't want you to be blind while I'm whacking you on the head. If you insist, I'd really like to get this thing off my face. And I suppose I appreciate all the help I can get. This is your fault after all. Well, we'd better start reading if we hope to set things right with Ragnarok before the feast. There's so many books on so many different subjects, I just wish I knew where to start. We know Ragnarok is driven by revenge. You could start there. Wait, we do? These knights are experts on grudges and I know one when I see one. Before he cursed me, I saw it clearly. Ragnarok is a vengeful spirit. You're saying he cursed you to get back at someone else? But who? That should say it yourself. Ragnarok spent his whole life watching someone else feel his perfect creation. Good point. That would definitely get under my skin. Godric Gryffindor? Of course, hold on. Listen to what this book on goblin property says. By goblin standards, the maker of the item is the rightful owner. The purchaser is only borrowing it. Ragnarok was expecting to get the sword back but never did. That could be why he haunts the cemetery. So I'm cursed until Ragnarok gets the sword back. We have to find that sword. But he doesn't get the sword back. It has no reason to show itself to me. I'm not a Gryffindor. There's no time to go looking for the sword. The feast is supposed to start soon. But if Ragnarok wants the sword, it's the only way. Not necessarily. If Ragnarok didn't want the sword anymore, there'd be no reason for you to be cursed. Perhaps if we convince him to let go of his obsession with the sword, that would break the cycle. Whatever you plan to break, you'd better do it fast. Miss Silvers, Dumbledore has asked to see you in his office immediately. Did he say what it's about? Only that he requires an urgent word with you. While there, you might remind him that though I respect him, I am far too busy to play messenger. Okay. As for you, Miss Knight, I expect you'll stay behind to clean up all of these books. If Dumbledore found out about the curse, it may already be too late to save the feast. We don't know what he knows, just keep calm and hear him out. Yeah, sure, I have to. I'm wearing this shirt that says, I speak fluent sarcasm. And I wore it especially so that I could speak to Dumbledore. This is especially why I bought it and today I have the chance to wear it. You're right, I'll go to Dumbledore and find out if the feast is still on. Who knows, maybe he wants to help us. While you're at it, ask for Penny's help to put the books away. Because you can't see. If he says something about knowing there's a problem and why I didn't tell him, I'm just going to say it's because you never do anything. At the end of the day, I have to do everything. So what was the point telling you? Thank you for arriving with such haste, Miss Silvers. I've received troublesome news from my old... Ma'am! I've received troublesome news from my old friend Bathilda Bagshot. What happened tonight in Godric's Hollow is quite serious. I've been preparing for the feast all week, but I'm afraid I will have to cancel it now so I can attend to this. Please don't cancel the feast, headmaster. If you'll just give me a chance to set things right with Ragnarok, I know I can do it in time to save the feast. Tell me, Miss Silvers, why should I allow you to handle this matter in my stead? Because you are useless. Where is the because you are useless option? I want to say because I am a curse breaker. I am technically. I want to do this. I am the curse breaker. That's because I am the resident curse breaker. I am a curse breaker, headmaster. This is what I do. I am the resident curse breaker in the school, not you. You do nothing. After everything that's happened with the cursed walls, perhaps you have a little faith in me. I have tremendous faith in you. It's Ragnarok that concerns me. But I understand the importance of your role as a curse breaker and I admire your dedication. I'm a curse breaker as long as I'm in Hogwarts. As soon as I leave Hogwarts, I'm becoming a magicologist. Though we are running low on time, you have convinced me that you may be up to this task. However, tell me your plan first. If it is safe and wise, I won't cancel the feast until you've had a chance with Ragnarok. Won't you at least come and help me? This is why you are useless. This is why I'm the resident curse breaker, because you are useless. Ragnarok won't be easy to deal with. Your approach must come from the heart. I keep seeing Ragnarok, and I want to say his name Ragnarok, but I accidentally keep about to say Ragnarok. I think that's why I have to stop for a moment before I say Ragnarok, because I keep wanting to say Ragnarok. All I need is a little time to figure out what to say to Ragnarok. When dealing with Ragnarok, you must choose your words wisely. I see. Ragnarok is driven by resentment and revenge. You may have to learn more to learn before you approach Ragnarok, okay? Again, I want to say Ragnarok. If you say the wrong thing to Ragnarok, you risk making matters worse. Yes, but I'm very well spoken. Many who dared to disturb Ragnarok in the past remain cursed to this day. Oh boy. In my opinion, the best way to deal with the vengeful spirit is to be patient with them. Because Ragnarok is driven by revenge, I must convince him to give up his vengeful attachment to the sword. If I can do that, the cycle will be broken and perhaps the curse will be too. It is a wise plan and it demonstrates a deep respect and knowledge of your opponent. However, you must remember both the Halloween feast and Miss Knight's health hang in the balance. Do not approach Ragnarok until you know exactly what must be said. You won't get a second chance. Do you have any suggestions, Professor Dumbledore? Would you be willing to help me actually? I cannot choose your words for you. However, Ragnarok is not the only one buried in Godric's Hollow who accomplished great things. Perhaps you need to learn a few lessons from the dead before you can teach them any yourself. Then I'm off to Godric's Hollow again to set things right and save the feast. I won't let you. I don't care about you. I've got to save this feast. Oh, we're already done with part 3. We only have one last part left. I'm getting through with this TLSQ a lot faster than any other TLSQ. Maybe it's just because I'm enjoying this one a little more. Okay, so we have no idea what we're doing at Godric's Hollow except learn from the dead. What we learn from the dead, I have no idea. Merula is still here, causing trouble as always. Merula, I understand wanting to be here for this, but don't you think you would have been safer at Hogwarts? What, and sit down and be babysat by a copper? No thank you, I'm here to watch Ragnarok get his. Or hear him get his, at least. Remember, we're only here to talk to Ragnarok. No smack talking! If we can convince him to let go of his attachment to the sword, he may lift your curse and we'll save the feast. So let's head straight to the crypt. We can't just yet. We need to figure out what I'm going to say. Dumbledore said I need to learn from the dead before I can teach them any lessons. He also said Ragnarok wasn't the only one buried in Godric's Hollow who accomplished great things. I say we charge into that graveyard and demand Ragnarok lift the curse or else. And this is why I did not want to bring you. Storming in didn't work last time. This is our last opportunity to save the feast, so we need to get it right. Perhaps Dumbledore wanted us to talk to one of the ghosts, but which one? If a ghost tries to do anything to reverse my curse, they'll face the wrath of the most powerful witch at Hogwarts. Incendio! This is why nobody wants to be with you! What is all of this? She did it. Who's that? Is it Ragnarok? It's Bethel the Backshot. Put your wand away. Shut the hell up. I bet she knows everyone buried in Godric's Hollow. Somebody take Merula's wand from her. Perhaps she'll know which ghost can help us with Ragnarok. I'm sorry about my moron of a friend. Young Silvers, was that you shooting off fireballs and endangering the whole town? It was me. Don't get Silver's credit for my casting. We apologize for the disturbance, Madam Backshot, but we need your help figuring out what to say to Ragnarok. Dumbledore said we need to learn from someone buried in Godric's Hollow who did great things. Do you know who he might have had in mind? There are many prominent visiting families buried in Godric's Hollow. I'd be happy to discuss them with you if it will help you break this curse. Merula, shut up. No talking. You are not allowed to talk anymore. Somebody cast silencio on her. Somebody take her wand away. I'm tired of asking Merula to shut up, honestly. Dumbledore spoke of someone who accomplished great things. Why haven't you commented on James and Lily Potter's tombstone yet? As a devoted Quidditch fan, I visit Bowman Wright's grave regularly. Oh, that's cute. If I were going to steal something else from the graveyard, what would it... Shut up! This moron, the Dumbledore mean me. I've done great things, so I'm not dead. You're not buried at Godric's Hollow yet, though you may as well be after what has happened to you. Maybe the person we're looking for has something to do with the sword. There are several members of Dumbledore's own family buried here. Oh. Bowman Wright's grave is one of the oldest in the graveyard, I see. Did anyone else create something other witches and wizards might covet? Oh! Lily and James Potter were buried here as well as several Peverells. I can't pronounce that name. So yeah, okay, at least someone commented on that. I wonder if we'll see that gravestone. It's in the loading screen, but I would like to see him also comment on that gravestone, because Sarahi would. She'd be like, these are the parents of a baby. I don't know where that baby is now. I just hope little Harry was a baby. I hope Harry is alright. It's just a baby. Sarahi would think about that a bit. Like, that baby has no parents. Where is that baby now? Is that baby alright? It obviously isn't. Sarahi is to become Harry's vodka aunt. Oh my god, my throat. So many great families are buried in Godric's Hollow. The Dumbledores, the Peverells, the Potters. But the name that came up most when you were talking, Madam Backshot, was Bowman Wright. Yes, as a Quidditch fan, I love visiting Bowman's grave whenever I can. After all these years, he's still my favorite celebrity. Do you know what Bowman Wright is famous for? He created the Golden Snitch. He created the Golden Snitch, of course. You're quite right. He's the inventor of the Golden Snitch. I've written several chapters on Bowman Wright and the Snitch myself. I find his craftsmanship inspiring. The Golden Snitch is one of the few perfect creations of the Wizarding world, passed on for all to enjoy. See, if Ragnarok were more like Wright, the Snitch could have had this word years ago. Shut up! Wait, Merula, you're a genius. I know. Shut up. If Wright cursed anyone who had tried to use the Snitch, we wouldn't know anything about it or him. He wouldn't be beloved, and Bathilda would never have written about him. Correct. A true legacy is made by inspiring those who come after you. They tell your story and it grows. Wright's brilliance and the perfection of the Snitch lives on because Wright shared his creation. Perhaps that's the angle we can take with Ragnarok, his legacy. Let's head to the graveyard now and see if we can convince Ragnarok that his legacy is at stake. If he can, perhaps he'll give up his attachment to the sword and lift the curse in time to save the feast. That actually makes a little bit of sense. We are not yelling at him. Somebody silence her. Put silencio. Why aren't we using silencio on Merula? Merula is just such a moron. I love her and I care about her, and this is what comes from loving and caring about her. Ragnar, the King of Goblins, we've come to speak with you, but we do not seek your sword. We've come to talk about your legacy. Pede Buena Clodo. What the hell was that? Hello again. My legacy, you say? I'm glad to hear you've given up your foolish quest for the sword. And I hope your friend is enjoying her new outlook on life. Oh, I would hope she is. Keep talking, you start that way, I'll know exactly where to point my wand. Don't forget, challenging me didn't work very well for you in the past. Merula, shut the hell up. Merula, stop. Ragnarok, we aren't here to fight. We're here to warn you. You may be wearing your own kind of blindfold. What's that supposed to mean? I see my path with total clarity. Exactly. You're so focused on the sword, you can't see what truly matters. What could possibly matter more than the sword? I'll explain. Hopefully you'll see why you must give up your vengeful attachment to the sword. Just listen to me before you say anything. Oh my god, we're talking to this dude for 8 hours! You forged a perfect sword. The world should know. Your sword should be used in epic battles, not hidden away. Describe his expression to me. Does he look afraid? He should be. Shut up! Please excuse me. Maybe while he's distracted, I can sneak into the crypt and take a look myself. You can't see. Also, sir, please ignore my friend. She's an idiot. That crypt is so old. Godric has been at this for a very long time. My desire for the sword has occupied my mind for many, many years. But it isn't exactly doing you any good, is it? You forged a perfect sword. The world should know I said that already. Your legacy is tied to the sword. People know you as the person who crafted the goblin who crafted the perfect sword. Instead of punishing those who seek the sword, you should celebrate them. I mean, not the ones like Merula, who do it for personal gain, but in the sense that people talk about it and people find it worth seeking out because it's so awesome. I have seen the Sword of Gryffindor and it's awesome. As it was in the movie, it was so awesome. It looked so cute. It looked so cute. It looked so cool. I meant to say cool, not cute. I wonder if any of that convincing worked. You're saying I should allow great witches and wizards to use my sword in their adventures. That way my legacy will grow with each new accomplishment. It's an intriguing idea. If no one ever wields your sword, Ragnarok, all memory of you and the sword's perfection will fade. I do like the idea of living on in the sword's many victories. It's a very good sword. That is why instead of punishing those who seek the sword, you should learn to let them pursue it in peace. After all, they'll be the ones who make sure stories of the sword continue to be told for years to come. Ah, I see now what you meant before. I was so fixated on the resentment I held in life. I've lost sight of what truly matters. Thank you, young witch, for helping me see the true value of their perfect creation lies in its use. Oh, I did not read that correctly. By the way, I am glad he listened. That's very wholesome of him. Thank you, young witch, for helping me see the true value of my perfect creation. I can't read. Thank you, young witch, for helping me see that the true value of my perfect creation lies in its use. Yes, that's I now know why I couldn't read. It's because Jam City can't grammar. Does that mean you lift the curse on my friend? I understand why you want to protect the sword, but this witch tried to steal it. Yeah, she's an idiot. She would never have succeeded anyway. Tell me, why is it so important to you that I help this thieving young witch? Well, she's my friend. She may be a thief, she's also my friend. I don't want her to be blind. She can be rigid and an idiot and a moron, but that's part of what makes her so strong. She is a brave one. She shouldn't be punished just because she's bold enough to seek one of the greatest swords ever made. Yeah, but she should be punished with a whack for trying to steal it and being disrespectful to ghosts. You're right, like you said, those who wield my sword in the future will help maintain my legacy. Alright, I'll lift her curse as well as those of all who came before. Dude! A lot of wily witches and wizards are going to have an unexpectedly good Halloween. You're not blind anymore! Now it is time to whack you, you moron! I can see! You're welcome. Now leave me alone. Rest easy, sir. Thank you. We did it. Almost. We've broken the curse, but we have to hurry back to Hogwarts. The feast is scheduled to start any minute. Dumbledore needs to know that we succeeded if the feast is good to go. It obviously is. This was a fun quest. It seemed short and to the point. Huh. I have not had this much fun with the TLSQ for a long time. Professor Dumbledore, I am happy to announce that I have lifted Merula's curse as the curse breaker that I am without any help from you. You are useless. Professor Dumbledore, thank you for meeting me. I am glad to inform you that job is done. Merula is safe. I have to tell you everything that happened in Godric's Hollow. I assume from the look on your face that you have good news. It's even better than I imagined. I only hope I'm not too late to save the feast. I've been meaning to discuss that with you. After everything that's happened, I have had to give it a lot of thought and I've arrived at a difficult decision. Oh, come on, Headmaster. You can't cancel the feast, not after everything we've been through. Perhaps you should let me explain. I know I'm late, but I know we've done wrong, but please hear me out. I'm sure I can change your mind. Is he actually cancelling the feast? I think he's just faking it. You can't punish the whole school for something I did. Professor Dumbledore, I appreciate your passion to protect the school feast. You knowingly broke several schools. Technically, it was Merula. I was just trying to get her out of it. You can't ban her from the feast. I'm pleased to know how much the feast matters to know. So basically you were going to cancel the feast. So was he actually going to cancel the feast? Thank you for explaining to me how much the Halloween feast means to you and your friends. I appreciate how important our beloved tradition is to you. But by breaking countless school rules, you and Miss Knight did put that beloved tradition at risk. That was just Merula, not me. And as you said, you also saved many wizards and witches from what might have been a lifelong curse. You put the others before yourself and you remained committed to your task in the face of great adversity. I'm proud of you, Miss Silvers. You promised me you would be able to set things right, and you have. It's always this. One thing I can't get that I don't like is the fact that it's always this. Somebody else causes a problem and it's always MC who is stuck solving it. That bears on Sarahi. She doesn't like it. Thank you for having faith in me, Professor Dumbledore, but the feast... as to the feast, as I said before, it was a difficult decision. You and Miss Knight have made several grave efforts of judgment in trying to seek the sword of Gryffindor. Just Merula, not me. Don't blame me. But I believe a great victory is cause of celebration, so the Halloween feast will go on as planned. It will? That's wonderful news. Why am I concerned then? And yet you don't look as relieved as I would expect. Yeah. It is great news, Professor Dumbledore, but I do wonder. If the sword wasn't in Godric's Hollow, where is it? Out of curiosity. I venture to say that the sword of Gryffindor is quite safe for now and will reveal itself when needed. Because of your efforts, who knows what great witch or wizard may one day wield it? Harry Potter! In part, thanks to you. You really think so? We can discuss the future another day. For now, you better hurry on to the Great Hall. There's a gift waiting for you at the Halloween feast and your friends are all eager to celebrate. Cool! Wait, a gift? I like gifts. So we don't get to see the sword. That's kind of a shame. Would have liked to at least touch it. Of course I understand why we can't wield the sword. I mean, I am not a Gryffindor. I'm just saying. But I've been cool. Levi, my boy! This was a much more packed Halloween feast than I remember. I tried to dress up Puffskin as a ghost and let me tell you, they don't like it. What? Puffskin's like everything. Is it me or is this Halloween feast a little rowdier than usual? I love it. Yeah, it is a little rowdier. That's what I just said. Halloween is quite heartwarming, don't you think? Yeah. Dude, I wish we celebrated Halloween. It was so much sweets and cake. Hi Penny, I hurried here from Dumbledore's office as fast as I could. Did I miss anything? You're just in time for the Halloween feast, right? And look, I have a surprise for you. I wanted to thank you for saving the feast, and since you were running a little late, I carved your pumpkin for you following your stencil just like you wanted. It's floating up with the others. Owl? The owl? Show me the owl. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so pretty. Penny, I love it. I love it. I think the owl looks majestic up there. I hope Damocles likes it. Oh, my boy Damocles will love it. Thank you, Penny. It was the least I could do after all you've been through. You not only saved a beloved Hogwarts tradition, you broke another ancient curse. Not bad for a day's work. Yeah, there must be hundreds of witches and wizards who, after years of being blind, all of a sudden just can see. Right? That's so awesome. That's an awesome feat for MC to accomplish, honestly. But I do wonder, now that you've lifted Merula's curse, do you think she'll try to see this sword again? She definitely won't. And if she does, I am going to slap her. After what happened, there's no way she'll do something that risky again. I'm sure you're right. She did seem a little different when she got back from Godric's Hollow. Don't you ever do anything that stupid again. There's a whole Halloween face laid out and you two still have nothing better to do than talk about me. We were discussing whether or not what happened in Godric's Hollow might have changed you at all, made you less stupid. Why do I need to change? Silvers and I beat Ragnarok. He won. She didn't say you needed to change necessarily. I just thought you might have learned something from your experience. I actually came over to give Silvers a gift. But before I do, I want to know what exactly you think I should have learned. Well, don't do anything that stupid again, for starters. Also, you, for all people, have a gift for me. 8 hours again? Dude, this will take forever. Hi, Barnaby. He was dressed up as a country boy, by the way, which I love. This feast looks even better than last year's. I'm going to eat a bit of everything. Don't give yourself a tummy ache. No bats this year. Maybe next year I'll bring my own. No bats? Why no bats? suppose what Silver's said to Ragnarok made a little sense. So I worked quite hard to help you, despite all the stupid chaos you caused. Maybe next year we will leave this world of Gryffindor alone. You're a Slytherin anyway. I'm just glad everything worked out. I can't help if I'm the best. Shut up! You are the worst. You are the absolute worst. I said thank you to Silvers, didn't I? I must have. Even if I didn't, I meant to. What matters that everyone is safe and the sword is where it should be. I don't care. Merula, you are a moron. Friends stick together. Merula? Right, Srahi? Merula is a moron, but I love her anyway. If it weren't for all the trouble I caused, you wouldn't have helped all those people. Shut up! That was too long. Fine, you made your point. Silver stayed committed to saving the feast and to helping me. I suppose it's true, I may have some issues with my family, but I shouldn't turn on my friends. So you're no longer planning to steal the sword. Please don't do anything this stupid again. I didn't say that, but then again, why do I need to be the most powerful Snide? I am already the most powerful witch at Hogwarts. How many Snides can say that? Good enough. Anyway, before this gets too sloppy, I got you something. Or I brought you something. It's from Bathilda Backshot. A book. It's a signed copy of History of Magic. I don't have the heart to tell her I don't like history, but I'll accept that. Thank you. I'm gonna send my thanks to Madam Backshot. Can I see that sign? She wrote a note in it too, to Sarai, who knows the importance of history. I have no heart to say that I hate history. Whatever that means. Thank you, Merula. Now I'll always remember to write and your stupidity. Hey Ismelda. Hey Ben. Alright, let's get on with it and raise a glass to the most powerful witch at Hogwarts. I guess we can do that. Perhaps we should toast to Sarai who saved Merula and the Halloween feast. Okay, then we can toast to the most powerful witch at Hogwarts. I wonder if we might meet in the middle. The feast is about coming together in the spirit of Halloween after all. How about we toast to a brilliant Halloween full of ghosts, graveyards, goblins and ghastly curses? I like that. I can live with it too, for now. Cheers! Haha! Ah, that's adorable. Does Ismelda not like butterbeer? It was like she was spilling it behind her back. What's a signed copy? Thank you! That looks very wholesome. I should get a picture of this great hall. It looks so rowdy. Aye, let's see this book. What does it give us? It's in our dormitory. Where's the book? Ah, come on! Could Jam City do a worse job of putting a book on a cupboard? Putting a book in a cupboard? Here's a page. It's a book. It makes sense it would give a page. Yeah, that's completely worthless. I mean, it's good for the page. It just looks horrible. I've never seen a more horrible job of putting a book on a... You could at least keep it flat. It would look better. Well, that's all for this TLSQ. I don't have much to say about it. It was pretty short. It was very short and to the point. There was no pointless filler. I will complain about the fact that I think I can count at least 3 8-hour things. I don't like that. Don't do 8-hour things. Don't do this many 8-hour things in a TLSQ. Especially when you have energy limitations. I had to buy a lot of energy. So I think I'll give this TLSQ a 7 out of 10. 3 points for just... I'm taking the 3 points for just making Merula the antagonist again. We've come to the point where it doesn't make sense for Merula to be the antagonist in everything that we do. So that's about it. Otherwise, this was a well-written side quest. It was short, it was to the point. There was no pointless filler, which I'm very happy about. Actually, I said that wrong. 7 out of 10. 2 points because Merula doesn't have to be the villain anymore, and 1 point I'm taking away for the 8-hour things. Other than that, this was actually a fine Halloween quest. I really hope it isn't seasonal. Seasonal quests cause a lot of problems. I still have, on this particular save file, I still haven't been able to do the Halloween side quest from 2018. My favorite one, the one with Cecil Lee. Why do people hate Cecil Lee so much, by the way? Honestly, I like the man. He gets a lot of points from me just because he's the only nice family of Barnaby. He's the only part of Barnaby's family that is actually nice to him and cares about him. I guess I'm biased and he just gets a lot of points for that. Why do people hate him? He even spared Kiara, so why do you hate him? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this quest. This was actually pretty fun. This video might come out a little late just because it's taking a long time to record. It's almost 5 a.m. and TLSQs take a longer time to edit, and I am these days trying to do a little more heavier editing. Let me know what you thought at my attempt at a Halloween costume. The ears, the choker. This choker is very itchy. I can't wait to end this video and take it off and scratch my neck. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you are new here, please subscribe. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment. I love comments. I read all the comments and I always heart my favorite ones. If you have anything you wish to send me, I have an email, akemistormbornsubs. You can send me your stuff there. If you want to show me anything at all, if you have any fan art, any fics, or there's just anything in general you want to show me, you can send it on this email. And I will see all of you next week, okay? Bye bye and have a happy Halloween! It is